Hello, CCS. It is good to be with you again this week on the Eagle Express. It is our last week of the third quarter and our last week of school before spring break. And so there is a lot going on and a lot of things to share with you today. And so please listen to this full video and check out all of the information below. There's a lot going on and I don't want you to miss anything. First, next weekend, this upcoming weekend, on March 27th, we have our 5K, 1 mile, and children's obstacle course event, followed by our pancake breakfast. And so we are really excited about that. The registration count is growing. If you have not registered yet, please do so via the link below for the 5K race. There's no need to register in advance for the children's obstacle course, but all of the information on that is below as well. But what we really need is that if you're not planning to run in the 5K, we need your help with volunteering because we need race guides, we need registration help, we need parents or older teenagers to help monitor the obstacle course, and we need help making pancakes. Immediately after all of the running events, we will have our pancake breakfast, and so we need a lot of volunteers still to pull that off. And so please consider signing up to help us put on a great event this coming weekend, our Pursuit of the Pancake 5K, along with many other opportunities to get engaged and have a great time, fellowship with your Coventry Christian School community. So I hope that you're going to be here with us. I know it's the first day of spring break, but it'll be a great way to get started before you head out of town for any holiday plans that you have set up. So check all of the 5K information out below. Also, taking place the day of the 5K will be our spring flower sale. So if you need some spring flowers for Easter, we've got you covered. And so you can see the sale information below, order whatever type of flower you're most interested in, and you can pick those up when you're here this coming Saturday at the 5K as well. The next thing that I want to remind everyone is we want your name on the wall. We are really excited and just so incredibly grateful for all of the support that has come in for our new safe gym floor project that we're going to do this summer. We can't wait to get that installed in our event center, but we need your help to finish off that campaign. And so the question is your name going to be on the wall of supporters who helped to make that happen? We'd like to see every CCS family name on that wall. And you can do that and participate via the link below. There's a short video that shares more about that project. So if you missed that earlier this week, please check that out. If you were not able to join us on Thursday evening, we had our 2020 State of School report that I gave, as well as we officially launched our Coventry 2025 strategic plan. And so I gave a high-level overview of our strategic plan, talked about where our school is right now. That's our state of school update. And then we talked a good bit about where our school is going and some of the things that we want to focus on as an organization over the next few years as we seek to build the very best school that we can for our kids. And so if you missed that presentation, we did record it, and you can rewatch that presentation via the link below. So check that out if you haven't had a chance. The presentation was about 45 minutes long, and so lots of good information. You should hopefully be receiving, if you haven't already gotten it, your printed copy of our strategic plan, and I would encourage you to take a look at that. Really spend some time going through that document so that you get a good understanding of where we're trying to go as an organization, and maybe catch a vision of how and where in that plan you can invest to help bring that to life. So we're really happy to be able to share all of those updates about our school. The next thing that I wanted to mention is that our auction is fast approaching, and this is one of the best nights of the year. This year we're bringing it home. The theme is There Is No Place Like Home. And we're holding our auction on campus this year for a number of reasons, not the least of which is the COVID pandemic and the uncertainty we had in terms of booking a venue. So we're doing that on campus this year, which is a little different, but there is still room for you. We have now crossed over, and we're well into over 100 people that have signed up to attend the auction. And it doesn't matter if you plan to buy nothing or plan to buy a lot. We want you to come out, have a great time. There'll be some food, some fellowship, some music, some good times, lots of laughs, and it's just a great all-around evening and event to get to know some of the other CCS families and to support our organization here. Our PTO does a great job, and the PTO auction is their biggest single event of the year. And so please come to our PTO auction. There's really no reason that you shouldn't be able to come. Babysitting is available here on campus, so you can bring your kids and then participate in the auction event. And so get your tickets below and sign up for that. The last thing that I need to talk to you about this morning or today in this week's Eagle Express is regarding some of our COVID policies. Hopefully you are all aware that COVID is on the decline. Cases are way down, deaths are way down, and the vaccines are going up. And that includes our teachers here. Teachers in Pennsylvania, most of them will be vaccinated if they haven't already been, assuming they want the vaccine within the next couple of weeks. So that's good news for teachers in PA, and that includes our teachers here at CCS. And so we're just seeing really good trends in that direction. Plus, we haven't really seen very many cases in our own school community. There have been a few. It's not like we haven't had any, but we haven't seen many. And none of our students, as far as we know, have contracted COVID at school. And so there's not been any tracing back to our school community. In addition, a lot of the guidelines are changing. They're changing rapidly. The CDC just changed a recommendation recently on distancing in school environments. And so our Board of Trustees met last week and approved a few changes that I want to share with you right now as we go into this last week of the third quarter. I'm going to go over a couple of the changes, and then there will be more changes in the fourth quarter. But this coming week, there are just a couple things that we're going to do differently that I think are important to share with you. First, we are going to take down the remaining plastic curtains in some of our classrooms. We had already had to get rid of some of them back in the fall based on some changes that had to be made there. But there are still several, specifically in the K through 5 department classrooms that have plastic curtains. We're going to take the rest of those down. We can achieve the recommended distancing in just about every room in our building in terms of between student desks. And so we don't need those plastic curtains anymore. The second thing that is going to come as a result of the distance guidelines is that we can seat more students at a table at lunchtime. We are going to continue holding lunch in our gym, and so the tables themselves will be spaced out, but instead of only 3 students at an 8-foot table, we are now going to be able to put 5 or 6 students at an 8-foot long folding table. And so that doesn't have a significant impact really, other than it's less work for our staff in terms of setting up and breaking down lunch, and also it allows our kids to sit with more of their friends, right? So if you're only at a table with 3, you only get to talk to 3 kids at lunch. Now you'll be able to sit with 5 or 6 kids, and it'll improve the social environment for our students. And so that's another change that we're going to be making this week. So just a couple minor changes. I don't think it will have any impact whatsoever on COVID transmission in our school. Again, we're not aware of any COVID transmission among our students, but I think it's important that we're transparent with you as families whenever we make a change. And so those are a couple things we're going to be doing differently in the K through 12. As far as preschool goes, the one change that we're going to be making this week is we're going to eliminate a couple of the excess hand washings that our preschool students are going through. So we're not stopping washing our hands, but we aren't going to require them to wash their hands quite as many times. So a student that's here all day in preschool might wash their hands as many as 8 times throughout the course of the day because of all of the times that we were having them wash. And we're going to cut that back to when they go to the bathroom, when they eat, So the appropriate times to wash hands, but we won't take specific hand washing breaks in our preschool department anymore. And again, I don't think that that's going to have a significant impact. And then the last change that we'll be making this week that affects all of our classrooms, preschool through 12th grade, is we are no longer going to ask our teachers to spray down the horizontal surfaces in their room every day with sanitizing spray. That's been a practice that we've been asking our teachers to do all year long, is to spray down all the horizontal surfaces, chairs, desks, tables, etc., shelving space throughout the classrooms. This does not mean we're just going to stop cleaning our rooms. Of course, we will still clean our rooms as we always have in the past. But one of the things that we've been doing at the end of every day is just blanketing the room in sanitizing solution. And the reason behind that change is that there has been virtually no documentation that we can find of surface transmission spread of COVID. It's a disease, a virus that's being transmitted via droplets and aerosols. It is not being transmitted via surfaces. And so we are going to continue cleaning our rooms and continue disinfecting on frequently touched surfaces, but we are going to cut down or remove the blanket spraying of the entire classroom at the end of every day as a formal practice here in our school. And so just a couple changes. Again, our Board of Trustees approved these unanimously. I don't think we're going to have any impact as far as COVID goes from these changes, but hopefully it'll just be one little baby step back toward normalcy for our school, which is something that we said we wanted to try to work toward at the beginning of this year. And so I just wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions, you can certainly feel free to contact me. And as we get farther into the spring, I'll be, of course, sharing more details on other changes as they may come along. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you listening in this week on the Eagle Express. With that COVID update, of course, this video is a little longer than normal, but I do appreciate your time and attention. I hope that you have a great week and that you have a wonderful week off of school for spring break next week. And I look forward to talking to all of you again soon on the Eagle Express. Take care.